Pastor Anniina is the outreach pastor of the oldest free church in Finland, which was established back in 1884. She is passionate about church planting and evangelism, and on today's episode of the Evangelism Podcast, she shares some of the ways they reach people for Jesus in Finland. One of her favorite methods is an Evangelism Explosion course where they teach people how to have spiritual conversations with their friends and family. Pastor Anniina is also in the process of planting a new church. They started with just 7 people 2.5 years ago, and now they have around 30 adults and 10 kids. Today, you will be blessed as you hear about what God is doing in Europe.
Jesus said, "Go into all the world and preach the gospel."
Everyone who calls on the name of the Lord shall be saved.
Welcome to the Evangelism Podcast with Dr. Daniel King, where Daniel interviews full-time evangelists, pastors, missionaries, and normal everyday Christians to discover how they share their faith, their powerful testimonies, and amazing stories that will inspire you to reach people with the good news. And now, here's your host, missionary and evangelist, Daniel King.
Welcome to the Evangelism Podcast. I'm Daniel King. I'm excited about telling people about Jesus. Today I have a very special guest with me, Pastor Anniina, here in Tampere, Finland. Thank you for being on the Evangelism Podcast.
Yeah, such a privilege.
First, I want to say thank you so much for hosting our team here. We have been at your church each day this week, and you have fed us such delicious meals and opened up the church, and thank you so much for your hospitality.
Aw, you're welcome, and we really enjoyed to have you guys.
So, tell me a little bit about yourself and what you do at the church.
Oh, yeah. Well, first of all, I'm a mom of 3 kids, and I have a husband, and we live here in Tampere. And I work for the Evangelical Free Church here, and I'm the outreach pastor. So my responsibilities are church planting and evangelism, which both are things I love so much.
What a great job to have. That's wonderful. Now, tell me a little bit about the history of the Free Church, because it is here right in the center of the city, and it has been here for many years. When was it first begun?
Yeah, it's actually the oldest free church in Finland, and it was established 1884.
So it's very historic.
Yeah, it has a really long history.
Wow. So as an outreach pastor, you want to reach people for Jesus.
Yes.
How do you do that? What are some of the ways that you reach out to people here in Finland?
Yeah, great question. Well, one of my favorites is an EE course. I get to teach people how to evangelize, and every week we meet someone like our friends or relatives, and we have spiritual conversations. We get to share the gospel, and we see a lot of people come to Christ through that. So that's really special, because Finns don't like that much to talk to strangers. So that's like really easy to talk to someone they already know. So Finns are sometimes shy and they don't like to talk to strangers. So we found out that it's a very easy way to talk to the people they actually know, and invite them into spiritual conversations. So that's wonderful, and it's a great way to reach people.
That's wonderful. And so you are currently planting a church nearby here. Talk to me about that process of planting a church.
Yeah, yes, we are planting a church. It's my first church plant.
Congratulations.
But, 3rd church plant of our church. So we are being a mother church and planting many churches. And now our church plant is 2.5 years old. And we started with 7 people, and now we're about 30. So we have 30 adults and about 10 kids. Most of them have been already believers, but we have few that have come to know Christ. And we're dreaming that we're going to reach a lot of new people, because when we started, God said that the harvest is ripe, and we should take courage. So we're hoping to reach Lempala for Christ. That's where I'm planted.
The other day, my wife Jessica went out witnessing with you, and she told me that she was even learning from you about some of how you were approaching people. And one of the things she said is that people would say, no, I don't want to talk about it. And you would ask them, where are you on your journey with God? And are you at the beginning? Are you at the middle? And people would begin to respond to that and answer. And my wife says, oh, that is such a good way to reach people for Jesus, because then they could open a conversation and start to talk.
And we do street evangelism also. Once a month we have a tent here at the center square, and we offer coffee and tea for people, and that's also a great way to interact with people. Once you're offering something to eat or drink, and people they are actually interested in spiritual things, though many times we have this feeling that they're not, but they actually are.
What do you feel is the spiritual atmosphere here in Finland? And for the people who are listening, how can they pray for the Church of Finland?
Yes, we need prayer. I think Finns are more open nowadays, since because of the wars that are going on in the world and the pandemic and everything. But one thing we are lacking is a great discipleship culture. The Finns are pretty lonely and pretty like you have to survive on your own. So at my church plant, I'm trying to create this culture where the church is like a family. They actually get to know other people and invite them into your lives, and you want to share your life and teach, learn together how to follow Christ. So I think you can pray for spiritual mothers and fathers, and like mother and fatherhood would rise up in the Church of Finland, and also that we would have more courage and boldness to share the gospel. And I've loved to have you guys here to support and go together to the streets. That has been so amazing and such a big blessing for us, and also our prayers.
It's been really wonderful to see that the team of Americans and the team of Finns going out together and really seeing God do great things.
That's true. I've been so excited about that too.
Well, thank you so much for your hospitality, and again, thank you so much for inviting us here, and it's beautiful to see what God is doing in Tampere.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Is there evidence for God's existence? How do we really know Jesus was raised from the dead? Can we trust the Bible? Do miracles happen? Does God care about me as an individual? In Dr. Daniel King's book, Proof God is Real, you'll find the answers to these 3 vital questions and more. Is God there? Does God care? And do I dare to follow him? In his powerful, easy-to-read book, Daniel provides 7 convincing proofs of God's existence. You'll learn about the evidence of cause, design, logic, morality, scripture, miracles, and religious experience. With Proof God is Real, you'll read about topics like, was Jesus the Son of God or just a crazy preacher? If God does exist, is he interested in your life? If God is there, why do bad things happen to good people? In Proof God is Real, Daniel King shows you God is there and he cares for you. Plus, how to take a leap of faith and start a relationship with a God who deeply loves you. Order Proof God is Real today by calling 1-877-431-4276 or find the book on Amazon.
Thanks so much for listening today. I am excited about telling people about Jesus, and I want to invite you to be a part of helping us to rescue people from hell and take them with us to heaven. There's 2 things you can do to help. First of all, can you go find the Evangelism Podcast on Apple iTunes and leave us a positive review? By giving a review, you will help other people find these valuable resources about sharing our faith. And second, would you become a financial partner with King Ministries? Every single dollar that people give us enables us to lead at least one person to Jesus. And so that means for only $1, you can help start a party in heaven. And so today I want to invite you to become a monthly partner. You can start out for just $1, but if God puts it on your heart to do more, of course you can do more. But please go to kingministries.com and become a monthly partner with us today to help us to lead lead more people to Jesus. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
For more information about how to share your faith or to financially support our worldwide evangelistic outreaches, visit kingministries.com. Again, that's kingministries.com.